you lose games, expansion franchise in particular, but when it goes the way it did today, what's the most exciting part about it for you?
Um, that's a tough question because there's a lot of disappointing things. I think the most, I guess, would just be, it was a kind of a losing effort and a team losing effort. I mean, everybody that we brought in off the bench kind of did the same thing. And usually in those situations, you can kind of change the energy a little bit and bring in guys that are been watching what's going on and can kind of make an adjustment after seeing what happened. And I felt like from top to bottom, we came in and did the same exact thing. So that's disappointing. That I thought we had one good stretch in the third where we found a little intensity, a little defensive focus. And even then, we made that to cut it to 20, but we couldn't sustain that. We ended up giving it right back at the end of that third quarter, and they still ended up scoring 27 points in that quarter. So we didn't do anything well tonight.
We know there's going to be growing pains, obviously, but do you feel like a game like that could be that sort of kick in the butt these guys need to get going?
I don't, and I'm going to have to watch the tape because you always think, okay, were we not playing hard? Is the effort bad? And I don't think it was really bad effort. I mean, we definitely, aren't playing as tough as I would like and as physical as I would like. And maybe that's because we have a lot of young guys, a lot of slender, boys out there, which is to be expected. So it's more, we have to just grind through this. And myself as the head coach, I have to stay positive with these guys because, beating them down isn't going to help. Being negative isn't going to help. Jumping up and down and screaming isn't going to help. We have to get better, and the only way you can do that is with work. And you have to come every day and work your tail off, and that's the only way to grind through a game, having a loss like this. There's no one. I remember Coach Casey would say it all the time. No one's coming in to save us. There's no miracle quick fix. The only thing is work, and we have to work through this. And this is a tough loss, but it's a loss like any other, and we got to get back to the drawing board.
It's probably important to take away positives from losses like this. How difficult is that, and were there any positives that you saw tonight?
The only positive right now I can think of, just off the top of my head, was DeLon Wright was much better at getting into the basketball on his pick and roll defense. And that was an issue in his first two games. And I can, visibly look in my head right now, watching him defend pick and rolls, seeing him more aggressive into the basketball, which is a big positive for our organization. That's a pretty quick turnaround in a short period of time. So that was nice to see. That was a bright spot, I guess.
More and more on the line. It looked like he was. We got her down so much, but it looks like he was kind of still giving it in there. Like, what's that say about a young player in general, who, despite the scoreboard, is still kind of really intense defensively?
Well, that's kind of his job, and it's hard for me to celebrate that because that's what is expected of him. And really, the expectations for him and for our organization from top down are higher than that. And as coming down, being a starting point guard, representing our Raptors team, we expect to be winning. We expect him to be leading us and winning games. And although he did play hard through, and we appreciate that, but that is what we expect from him, and so that's nothing special. I would like to see him come down and lead us into playing winning basketball, and he definitely can't do that by himself, but that's the expectation that we're working towards.